Like my mom always say, if you don't see yourself, how can every other person see you? When you acknowledge the fact that you are beautiful, you're strong, and you are badass. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing how to rescue yourself from self-hate. The relationship you have with yourself is the most important kind of relationship you will ever have in this life. This relationship is important and it needs to be well nurtured. How do you love yourself? How do you talk to yourself? How do you even care for yourself, both physically, mentally, emotionally, and most importantly, spiritually? In today's video, I'll be sharing my own self-love habits and how these habits have changed my life. In case you're inspired, by the end of this video, you can potentially change your own life by putting into use one or two of these self-love habits that I'll be sharing in this video. And hey, hi, in case this is your first time here, my name is Tolulokwe and you're welcome to this video. On this channel, we have fun and I would love for you to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you end up enjoying. Love is a term that all over the internet, people tend to use it loosely. But in case you don't know, self-love simply means holding yourself in the highest regard, that is your need, your emotion, your love, and everything that has to do with you. So the very first self-love habits that I've started implementing into my life and has been a game changer for me is extending grace to myself and being patient with myself. I am a firm believer of always wanting more for yourself and improving yourself, but I'm learning to start lending grace to myself as I would to a friend, husband, or a family member when they mess up. I noticed that I have been too impatient with myself, and girl, since when I started giving myself grace and being patient with myself, my life has begun to change. A simple example is when I'm unable to tick off all the activities on my to-do list. Instead of beating myself to it, instead of feeling bad, instead of talking down on myself, I've started acknowledging the fact that I was able to achieve some things. And this is not making an excuse for yourself. This is just giving yourself grace and acknowledging that you have been able to achieve, and the ones that you are unable to achieve, making it the top of your to-do list the other day. Because don't forget, life is too short, and if there is life, there is hope. If you're unable to complete an activity today, there's always grace for you to continue it the next day. Criticism, and I'm going to paint a scenario. When you talk to other people, are you constantly highlighting their weaknesses? Obviously no, but if you do that, then you need to stop. So why then are we being so hard to ourselves? Why then are we being so quick to criticize ourselves? It's as little as calling yourself silly when you make a mistake, or calling yourself a fool when things don't go as planned. I have started making conscious effort to stop criticizing myself, and girl, I promise you this is so hard because this is an activity that I've been doing over the years, so it's so hard for me to stop doing. So I make sure that I make a conscious effort to stop criticizing myself. When I call myself silly, I apologize to myself and tell myself I am very smart, I'm very beautiful, I've got this, I have done this before, I am going to do it again. So if you are learning to love yourself, if you are learning to rescue yourself from self-hate and self-criticism, then you have to make conscious efforts to love yourself and to give yourself grace and acknowledge yourself even when you make mistakes. Self-criticism goes a long way in affecting us and how we see ourselves. For instance, if you are the type that you don't like a particular thing about yourself, or you are insecure about it, girl, if you cannot change it, then you have to learn to love it, because you have to learn to work with what you have, even while you work on where you want to be. So stop self-criticism today and start loving yourself, and stop perpetuating self-hate. Another way to rescue yourself from self-hate is to invest in yourself. And when I mean invest in yourself, I mean time and energy. If you are a person that works 9 to 5, you spend about 7 to 8 hours at work. And if you are a Lagosian, hi my Lagos people, it's like 6 to 10 p.m. because you're always in traffic or you leave your house too early. I say this to say that we spend a lot of time at work. When we come back from work, you have to spend time with your partner. If you have kids, you have to fend for them. You have to prepare them for the next day, especially if you do not have help or anybody assisting you. You need to actually break down your day and measure the amount of time that you spend on other people and other activities. Even over the weekend, you tend to visit friends and family. You spend time on the phone talking to your friend, catching up with your family and all of that, and we spend little to no time with ourselves. And this is how self-hate starts. I will advise you that if you're working on your level up journey, if you're constantly trying to improve yourself and wanting better for yourself, I'd advise that you dedicate time where you take care of you, when you care for you, when you do every activity that will help you nurture yourself both spiritually, physically and mentally. It could be as little as waking up very early in the morning and going for a walk. Spending time with yourself will help you know yourself, will help you understand yourself better. The one that I've started doing is I go for a very long walk in the morning and sometimes in the evening. This will help you calm your mind. This will help you do things for yourself. So spending time with yourself and caring for yourself does not necessarily mean you have to go out to do things or spend money on self-care activity that will run you broke. Remember, I said in my previous video that you should not self-care yourself into debt. Spending time with yourself could be as little as staying 10 minutes longer in the shower, bathing yourself. Spending time with yourself could be as little as you locking yourself in the room to just speak and pray and communicate with your maker. Ensure that you spend time with yourself at least every day, Ensure that you spend time with yourself every day, however hourly. The next way to rescue yourself from self-hate is to go on dates. Going on dates, solo date I mean, gives you the opportunity to know yourself better, to understand yourself better, and even to treat yourself. You can't constantly be waiting around for people to ask you out on dates before you go on dates. People are busy and the things that we spend our time on varies. So you should create time to take care of yourself. Take yourself out to restaurants, go to the cinemas, go to the theater, go to an art exhibition. Allow yourself to feel nature, enjoy yourself. All these activities, all this time that you spend on yourself have a great way of affecting you even mentally. Let's say for instance you have gone for an art exhibition and you've seen them talk about so many things, and imagine going to the office the next day and somebody is talking about art. You'll be able to join in the conversation, to lend your own voice or talk about the exhibition that you've recently attended. This also does not really have to do with you having money or not having money. Like my greatest mentor will always say, you don't always have to travel with an airplane before you know that you have traveled. You can travel with your mind by watching videos that can help you, by watching documentaries, learning about new people, learning about their culture and their various ways of life. You don't have to travel or be with them physically for you to be able to learn with them. Investing in yourself, spending time with yourself, learning all these things will help you have intelligent conversation even when you go out the world. So go on those dates. Don't wait for anybody to ask you out on dates. And if you don't have the money, like I've said, invest in yourself. Watch movies, watch documentary, go for exhibitions, go for things that will help you expand your mind and reasoning. And the next way you can rescue yourself from self-hate is one that I got from my last video, and my own girl Oyin, thank you for dropping that comment, made mention of the issue of compliment. And the next self-love habit is giving yourself compliments and receiving compliment. I'm going to explain. In previous time, when people tell me I look good or they tell me I look beautiful, I quickly dismiss it by telling them how good they look too, or I probably go by denying, why are you whining me? Stop whining me. You don't have to do that. When somebody has complimented you, believe them. Even if they are whining you, tell them thank you. You don't have to always self-sabotage yourself by not believing them or telling them that, I did try, I did. Yes, you can have gist or joke with your friends, but if anybody has complimented you, you should tell them thank you. And the other aspect of it is giving yourself compliments, because like my mom always say, if you don't see yourself, how can every other person see you? When you dress well, when you look good, if your makeup is looking pink in the morning before you go to work, compliment yourself. Tell yourself well done. Tell yourself this makeup looks so beautiful. So even when you step out the door and nobody compliments you, at least you have done yourself the service by complimenting yourself. So the next self-love habit that we want you guys to start implementing, this one can even be done immediately after this video. You just have to make conscious effort of doing it. Compliment yourself, acknowledge your wins. I'm going to explain the last video that I posted on YouTube for reasons that I do not know, but I am so grateful for, and also grateful for you guys. Is the video started doing well, and then I started asking my friend, hey, why are people watching this video? Hey, is at 1,000 now, is at 1,005 now. I started almost self-sabotaging myself, and imposter syndrome almost setting, because I started asking myself, what exactly have I done that is making the video go viral? And like other people, when their video is doing well, they quickly film another one. But Olulope was scared that I don't want to do another one and it doesn't do well. So guys, you should not do that to yourself. If you are winning at anything, do not look for reasons to minimize your win by saying, oh, maybe it's because of, irrespective of what it is. Acknowledge yourself, congratulate yourself for doing that. So is there any activity, is there anything that you're doing that people have been telling you that you are doing well at it? I want you to give yourself a pat in the back and acknowledge the fact that you are beautiful, you're strong, and you are bad. Life can be very busy and adulting is so hard, but as human beings, we need to learn to balance it. In all my self-love and self-care video, you definitely know that I'm going to talk about this, and this is the issue of sleep and rest. Like I always say, you should ensure that you're having about 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night, and if you have the luxury, you should also nap in the afternoon. Having time to sleep and rest will not stop you from achieving your goals and dreams. Rest is important, and as the way our body is being formulated, if you don't give yourself rest, your body is going to take it at a time that is not convenient for you. Imagine you falling sick when you have a great presentation to do at work. Imagine you falling sick when you have a speech to give to a bank manager or whatever it is to grant you loan to take your business to the next level. So guys, for everything that you do, ensure that you are prioritizing rest and sleep. And rest in this sense sometimes might not necessarily have to do with sleep. It might have to do with, I don't know if you guys know, some kind of rest that come from within, and this rest can only be gotten from God. So ensure that you are pleased with yourself and your maker. This will give you eternal rest. This will give you peace of mind, and when you have peace of mind, there's a way that you sleep better at night. And when you sleep well, you are well rested, your brain can process information, you can even produce at your maximum self. So don't be those kind of people that feel like it is lazy people that sleep, or it is lazy people that take out time to rest. So if you have pending leave days at work, please take those leave. And if you don't have a vacation planned or anything, you can take that time to sleep in your house, to enjoy home cooked food. You don't necessarily have to have money for a travel destination or whatever before you take your leave days. And I also like to chip in that you should ensure that you are constantly in touch with your human resources in your company or your organization. There are some organizations that have wellness fund, so you want to ensure that you are taking advantage of those funds. Those funds allow you go to the gym. Those funds allow you pay for therapy. Those funds allow you do things that will make you do the job at a maximum capacity. In my organization, we have one, for instance. So ensure that you are making use of them. You are not leaving money on the table. Talk with your human resources manager if you are not sure. Ensure that you are constantly caring for yourself, because if you sleep well and you're well rested, you'll be able to perform at your maximum. And another thing I would like to talk about before I close out this video, see yourself so that every other person can see you. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not click off without giving this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, because what this does is you will be the first to know every time I upload a new video. I love you guys so much. Until I come your way next time, stay